Monday to you. Mondays, back into it. Sometimes thick and fast, right? It can be a little bit chaotic on a Monday. Most of us suffer with this Monday-itis, and I'm going to talk more about that because that's a big problem for me. And I know it's been a big problem for a lot of people out there. But today I really want to talk about how we can get through the day without feeling overwhelmed. Because I know from my experience, I have Sunday off, or try to have Sunday off typically. And then I come back Monday and I've got all these emails and text messages and missed calls and projects that didn't quite get completed last week that I've got to do this week. And there's just a lot of overwhelm generally on the Monday. And it seems to, sort of even out and steady out as the week progresses. But that Monday in particular can be a little bit overwhelming for me. I feel a higher level of stress on Mondays, a higher level of discomfort, I suppose, from that stress and anxiety as well. And generally, it makes me almost not want to go into a Monday. And I think that's what my Monday-itis feels like. You sort of know that that's the experience on a Monday. So then after your nice day off or relaxing weekend or whatever it might be, you sort of get a bit anxious about coming into Monday. So today I want to talk about a couple of things that I do to really help minimize that, and a couple of things that I really try and bring into practice. One, which I was not that good at, still not great at, I'm trying to get more consistent at it, and that is just this ability to take the time to think and plan before you actually start into your day on a Monday. So sit down there on a Monday morning, switch off your phone if you need to, close your computer if you have to, whatever it is that you do in your workplace, find time to sit there and just think about what you're trying to achieve this week. Think about what you need to do this week to achieve those things. And think about what else needs to be done this week that's important but maybe not that urgent. And then create a little bit of a plan. Okay, well, this is how I'm going to tackle it. I think that's really important. If you can spend just 20 minutes, 30 minutes doing that planning and thinking, you will find you're more productive at the end of the week. And again, this is my guilt. This is my bane. Whereas I think, no, just go in, get things done, do. I need to learn to take a step back, to think and plan. And I did that quite successfully last week, and I felt I was actually more productive from it. And it's something that I've been working with my coach as well. So planning, thinking time, certainly daily practice really, but at the start of the week, great thing to get into. You could even do it on a Sunday afternoon, just so you're ready for your Monday to get started straight away if you wish. The other thing I think that's really important is looking at your day ahead and your week ahead, and then prioritizing. And prioritizing for me is really time blocking your day. So you might have a task that's going to take an hour, 2 hours, whatever it might be. So set your priorities up, know what tasks are the most fundamental to the success of your week, the success in your role, and dedicate blocks of time to those things, the key activities that are going to help you succeed in that direction. And like for me personally, I've got admin that I've got to do. So I dedicate time to that task. Now, when you're time blocking, what it means is in that period of time, you do nothing else but that key activity, which means you need to be very disciplined and have good boundaries around that time as well. So if you set 9 to 10 or 10 to 11 or 12 to 3, whatever it might be, setting those times, all that you're doing in that time is that key task, that one thing. And what you'll find, you'll get in a tremendous amount of flow. And they talk about this in many of the books that I've read here as well, talking about this flow state. And that's where you just really get quite focused on that one task. And you have a higher level of output and productivity from it as well. Now that means you cannot have distractions. So you need to switch off your phone, you need to shut down your emails, and you really just need to dedicate your time to that. And you'll find that you'll get more done during your week and you'll be less distracted, and that's going to help with your stress levels as well, because you're not going to feel that overwhelm. You're going to go, okay, well, I've got 2 hours now to do that task. That's what you give to it. Now, if you don't quite get it finished in that time, that's okay. You just set another time block on the next day or the next day after that, whatever it might be. So a couple of things that I think are really important is planning and thinking time in the morning, and then also time blocking your day as well, prioritizing those time blocks from most important to less important throughout the day as well, and making sure, and this is just a final little note, making sure the most important, the key activity of your day is done at the start, because we know through the research that that's when we are most productive. That's when we are most focused. That's when we are most clear. And that's when we generally get the better results. So leaving that other stuff that's a little bit more mundane, maybe doesn't require much energy or thought, that you can do later in the day. So focus on those key activities, the most important tasks. Straight away, get those done and you'll feel better from that as well. That's just my thought for today. Happy Monday to you. Hope you have a good one.